Hi friends, I welcome you all here at TNV Academy. In this session, we are going to talk about an international standard ISO 37001 2016. We come forward now to the clause 3, terms and definitions of ISO 37001 2016. Before explaining the terms and definitions applicable for the purposes of this standard, let me tell you that ISO and IEC maintain terminological databases for use in standardization, the URLs of which can be seen here on the screen. You are recommended to visit these websites for more information about the terms and definitions used in various standards. Now, let me cover the terms one by one as specified in ISO 37001 2016. 3.1 Bribery. Bribery. Bribery is basically offering, promising, giving, accepting, or soliciting of an undue advantage of any value, which could be financial or non financial, directly or indirectly, and irrespective of location, in violation of applicable law as an inducement or reward for a person acting or refraining from acting in relation to the performance of that person's duties. This is a generic definition. The meaning of the term bribery is as defined by the anti-bribery law applicable to the organization and by the anti-bribery management system designed by the organization. Organization. Organization is a person or group of people that has its own functions with responsibilities, authorities, and relationships to achieve its objectives. The concept of organization includes, but is not limited to, sole trader, company, corporation, firm, enterprise, authority, partnership, charity, or institution, or part or combination thereof, whether incorporated or not, public or private. The standard states that for organizations with more than one operating unit, one or more of the operating units can be defined as an organization. Interested party, preferred term, stakeholder, admitted term. Interested party is a person or an organization that can be affected by, or perceive itself to be affected by a decision or activity. A stakeholder can be internal or external to the organization. Requirement. Requirement is the need that is stated and obligatory. The core definition of requirement in ISO management system standards is need or expectation that is stated, generally implied or obligatory. Generally implied requirements are not applicable in the context of anti-bribery management, whereas generally implied here means that it is custom or common practice for the organization and interested parties that the need or expectation under consideration is implied. A specified requirement is one that is stated, for example, in documented information. Management system. Management system is a set of interrelated or interacting elements of an organization to establish policies and objectives and processes to achieve those objectives. A management system can address a single discipline or several disciplines. Top management. Top management is a person or group of people who directs and controls an organization at the highest level. For example, directors, proprietors, and founders, etc. Top management has the power to delegate authority and provide resources within the organization. Governing body. Governing body is a group or body that has the ultimate responsibility and authority for an organization's activities, governance, and policies, and to which top management reports and by which top management is held accountable. Anti-bribery compliance function. It is a person with responsibility and authority for the operation of the anti-bribery management system. Effectiveness. Effectiveness is the extent to which planned activities are realized and planned results achieved. Policy. Policy is an intention and direction of an organization as formally expressed by its top management or its governing body. Objective. Objective here means the result to be achieved. An objective can be strategic, tactical, or operational. Objectives can relate to different disciplines such as financial, sales and marketing, procurement, health and safety, and environmental goals, and can apply at different levels, such as strategic organization, wide project, product, and process. An objective can be expressed in other ways, example, as an intended outcome, a purpose, an operational criterion, as an anti-bribery objective, or by the use of other words with similar meaning, example, aim, goal, or target. Note 4 to entry. In the context of anti-bribery management systems, anti-bribery objectives are set by the organization, consistent with the anti-bribery policy, to achieve specific results. Risk. Risk means effect of uncertainty on objectives. An effect is a deviation from the expected, positive or negative. Risk is often characterized by reference to potential events and consequences. Competence. Competence is an ability to apply knowledge and skills to achieve intended results. Documented information. Documented information is information required to be controlled and maintained by an organization and the medium on which it is contained. Documented information can be in any format and media and from any source. Process. Process is a set of interrelated or interacting activities which transform inputs into outputs. Performance. Performance means measurable result. Performance can relate either to quantitative or qualitative findings. Performance can relate to the management of activities, processes, products, including services, systems, or organizations. Outsource. Outsource is to make an arrangement where an external organization performs part of an organization's function or process. It is to note here that an external organization is outside the scope of the management system, although the outsourced function or process is within the scope. Monitoring. Monitoring is basically determining the status of a system, a process, or an activity. Measurement. Measurement is a process to determine a value. Audit. Audit is a systematic, independent, and documented process for obtaining audit evidence and evaluating it objectively to determine the extent to which the audit criteria are fulfilled. An audit can be an internal audit, first party, or an external audit, second party, or third party, and it can be a combined audit, combining two or more disciplines. An internal audit is conducted by the organization itself or by an external party on its behalf. Conformity. Conformity is the fulfillment of a requirement. Non-conformity. Non-conformity is non-fulfillment of a requirement. Corrective action. Corrective action is an action to eliminate the cause of a non-conformity and to prevent recurrence. Continual improvement. Continual improvement is recurring activity to enhance performance. Personnel. According to the standard, personnel mean organizations' directors, officers, employees, temporary staff or workers, and volunteers. Different types of personnel pose different types and degrees of bribery risk and can be treated differently by the organization's bribery risk assessment and bribery risk management procedures. Business associate. Business associate is an external party with whom the organization has or plans to establish some form of business relationship. As per the standard, business associate includes but is not limited to clients, customers, joint ventures, joint venture partners, consortium partners, outsourcing providers, contractors, consultants, subcontractors, suppliers, vendors, advisors, agents, distributors, representatives, intermediaries, and investors. This definition is deliberately broad and should be interpreted in line with the bribery risk profile of the organization to apply to business associates, which can reasonably expose the organization to bribery risks. Public official. Public official is a person holding a legislative, administrative, or judicial office, whether by appointment, election, or succession, or any person exercising a public function, including an public agency or public enterprise, or any official or agent of a public domestic or international organization, or any candidate for public office. Third party. Third party is a person or body that is independent of the organization. Examples of third party are vendor, contractors, suppliers, etc. Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest is a situation where business, financial, family, political, or personal interests could interfere with the judgment of persons in carrying out their duties for the organization. Due diligence. Due diligence is a process to further assess the nature and extent of the bribery risk and help organizations make decisions in relation to specific transactions, projects, activities, business associates, and personnel. I sincerely thank you for all your interest and attention. Thanks and best wishes.